Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLESFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOURFRINDS and Philadelphia EAGLESFANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the Philadelphia Eagles are once again at the center of everything exciting happening in the league. The Eagles, a team with a rich history, a passionate fan base, and a reputation for resilience and innovation, are making headlines for reasons that could reshape the division and perhaps even the conference in the near future. The buzz is all about how the team is positioning itself for another deep playoff run, but more so about some strategic moves and roster developments that could tip the balance of power in the NFC East, a division that's always been fierce and highly competitive. The Eagles, under the leadership of their head coach Nick Sirianni, have been on a steady climb. Their recent performances, especially in the last couple of seasons, have demonstrated that this team is not just content with being a playoff participant, but is aiming for that ultimate prize, the Super Bowl. And in that pursuit, every offseason move, every draft pick, and every signing matters. And speaking of signings, recent reports indicate that Philadelphia has been very active in the free agency market, looking to bolster their roster with key additions that could provide both depth and star power. These moves are not random, they are carefully calculated to address specific needs, whether it's upgrading the offensive line, adding more explosive playmakers for Jalen Hurts, or shoring up the secondary to ensure the defense remains one of the league's most formidable units. Now, let's talk a little about the current roster. Jalen Hurts, the young quarterback who's become the face of this franchise, has been nothing short of spectacular. His development over the past 2 seasons has been remarkable, transforming from a promising dual-threat quarterback into one of the NFL's most dynamic playmakers. His ability to extend plays, combined with his improving passing accuracy and leadership qualities, makes him a threat to any defense. And the Eagles are fully aware that their success hinges heavily on Hurts' performance, so naturally they're investing in the weapons around him, adding speed, route-running precision, and reliable hands to ensure that when Hurts throws the ball, it's caught and turned into big gains. But beyond Hurts, the team's defense continues to be a cornerstone of their identity. The Eagles have built a reputation for a relentless pass rush, led by players like Fletcher Cox and Hassan Reddick, who have been instrumental in creating pressure on quarterbacks and disrupting offensive rhythm. Their secondary with standout players like Darius Slay has also been among the best in the league, thanks to disciplined coverage and playmaking ability. The recent draft picks and signings seem to reinforce this backbone, with young talents expected to develop into key contributors. Let's not forget the coaching staff. Nick Sirianni's approach has been a breath of fresh air for Eagles fans, emphasizing versatility, innovative schemes, and a team-first mentality. His game plans often keep opponents guessing, and his ability to adapt during games has been a significant factor in their success. Plus, the culture he's fostering in the locker room is one of resilience and relentless pursuit of excellence, which resonates deeply with the fan base that's been waiting for a team to truly challenge for a Super Bowl since their last championship in 2018. Now, when you look at the broader picture, the NFC East has been shifting. The Dallas Cowboys, Washington Commanders, and New York Giants have all been trying to find their footing, but the Eagles seem to be ahead in the race. They've built a roster that combines youth and experience, and their salary cap management has been strategic, allowing them to be flexible for future signings or trades. The division is always a battleground, but Philadelphia's consistency and smart decision-making are giving them an edge that could last for years. Looking ahead, the expectations are sky-high. Fans are dreaming of another Super Bowl appearance, and the team's front office is clearly thinking the same way. The offseason will be crucial. They're looking to add even more pieces, maybe a splash signing or a high-impact draft pick to push them over the edge. The NFL landscape is incredibly competitive, but the Eagles are positioning themselves as serious contenders. Their schedule is challenging, no doubt, but with the talent they have and the chemistry they're building, they're more than capable of navigating it successfully. Now, let's dive into some specific statistics that really underline how dominant this team can be. Last season, the Eagles finished with one of the best records in the NFC, boasting a potent offense ranked among the top in the league in points scored, yards gained, and third down efficiency. Jalen Hurts led the way with over 30 passing yards and 22 touchdowns, but what's impressive is how their rushing attack complements that. Miles Sanders and the offensive line have been a nightmare for defenses, creating lanes and opening up the field for explosive plays. Their offensive line in particular has been a fortress, giving Hurts the time he needs to make decisions and allowing their running game to flourish. Defensively, the Eagles have been equally impressive. They finished among the top-tier teams in points allowed, total yards, and sacks. Their pass rush, as I mentioned, is relentless, and their secondary has been disciplined and opportunistic. The addition of some young defensive backs and a few veteran presences has made their secondary one of the most reliable units in the league. Plus, their run defense is stout, which is crucial in today's NFL where the ground game is often a key to victory. Now, coming back to the recent developments, one of the most talked about stories is the team's recent signing spree. They've been adding players who bring both veteran leadership and youthful energy. These signings are part of a broader strategy to keep the team competitive and to build a roster capable of handling the physicality and high-scoring offenses of the NFC. Fans are excited because these moves are clearly not just about filling holes. They're about creating a team that can sustain success over the next few seasons, that can adapt to different opponents, and that can handle the grueling playoff push. Another important aspect to consider is how the Eagles are handling their draft strategy. Historically, they've demonstrated a keen eye for talent and a willingness to take risks on players who fit their system. In recent drafts, they've focused on improving their secondary, adding versatile linebackers, and beefing up their offensive line. These choices reflect a clear understanding of what it takes to win in today's NFL, a balanced team with depth at every position. Looking at the NFC East, the landscape is shifting, and the Eagles are positioning themselves as the team to beat. The Cowboys have a talented roster, especially on offense with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, but consistency has been an issue. The Commanders have been rebuilding, and while they have a solid defense and a promising quarterback in Sam Howell, they still lack the offensive firepower to truly threaten Philadelphia. The New York Giants, after a disappointing season, are trying to get back on track, but their roster still needs improvements, especially on defense. All these factors make the NFC East one of the most unpredictable and exciting divisions in the league, but if the Eagles keep up their current trajectory, they could dominate it for years to come. Of course, anything can happen in the NFL, but the signs are clear. The Eagles are not resting on their laurels. They're working hard, making smart moves, and cultivating a culture of excellence. The fans can feel it. There's a sense that something special is brewing again in Philadelphia. And that's what makes following this team so thrilling. Every game, every play, every signing seems to build toward that ultimate goal. Another Super Bowl victory, another chapter in the proud history of this franchise. And speaking of history, it's worth noting that the Eagles have a storied past with 2 Super Bowl titles, a legacy built on resilience, innovative coaching, and iconic players. From Chuck Bednarik and Reggie White to Donovan McNabb and Brian Westbrook, the Eagles have always been a team that fights hard and never gives up. Their fans are some of the most passionate in the league, and the energy in Lincoln Financial Field during game day is electric. That passion fuels the team, and it's clear that the organization is doing everything possible to bring that championship back to the city of brotherly love. As we look towards the upcoming season, optimism is high. The offseason is still unfolding, and there's a sense that more surprises are on the horizon. Whether it's a surprise signing, a breakout star from the draft, or a game-changing moment on the field, the Eagles are poised to make headlines again. Fans should be excited because this team isn't just planning to compete, they're planning to dominate. So if you're a diehard Philadelphia Eagles supporter, you know that every season is a new chapter, filled with hope, challenges, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. The road to another Super Bowl isn't easy, but with the talent, the coaching, and the passion that this team has, they're certainly in the conversation. And as always, the NFL is unpredictable, but one thing is for sure, when the Eagles are on the field, you're in for a show. The future looks bright and the journey continues, so stay tuned because we'll be here every step of the way, bringing you all the latest updates, insights, and analysis. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these developments? Are you feeling confident about this upcoming season? Do you think the team is headed for another Super Bowl run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember, this isn't just a channel, it's a community of passionate fans who live and breathe every moment of this incredible journey. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more in-depth analysis of the Eagles' quest for greatness. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, fly, Eagles, fly.